Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mill Gap Farms. My name's Kevin Connor. My wife and I are the owners of a beautiful farm in the western part of Virginia in a county called Highland County. We moved out here a few years ago and began doing maple syrup about two and a half years ago. It has been a very interesting experience, I will say that. We have on our farm alpacas and chickens and some turkeys, a couple of steers named Wally and Porter, and a whole bunch of sheep. This time of year, it's the winter, and we are getting ready for maple season, which is going to happen here in a few weeks, or the beginning of that, when the water starts moving and we start making syrup. Prior to that, we've got to fill some orders. We have an order from Food Lion here in Virginia as a Virginia-made product, and being the only organic producer of maple syrup, we were very lucky to get into there. So if you happen to be in Virginia and want to try our syrup, you can go to Food Lion. All of our syrups are on our website too. You can go to Mill Gap Farms and check it out there too. So if you guys like what you're seeing, if you like our videos, we'd really love it if you give us that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And if you have thoughts or about what we can do better, or comments, put them below. All right. So come along, watch what we're going to get done today. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a tour, or a little brief tour of our bottling room. It's not terribly big. If I did it again, I'd build it bigger. That's for sure. That's the way it works. You'll fill it out as soon as you finish it. That's for sure. What we've already done so far for this particular order is we've already got a lot of the order. Not a lot. We've got about half of it done, and we've got to do another half. Over right here, you're seeing bottles that are already completed, ready to be labeled. There's our bottles right there getting warm. Come over here, we have our bottler, and up on the stove, we have our kegs of syrup. And so we're going to be turning that on here in a minute and bringing that up to temperature. We made a little modification to the stove. We'll try to show that to you later. With the pan sitting so close to the top of the stove, it didn't do well. It was, I don't know if the gas was not burning or what, but it was nasty, or it just did not, I don't know how to put it. It was just scary. So we modified that, and hopefully that's going to fix it. Hopefully it's going to fix it. You see a couple kegs up there upside down, and the goal for that is to get every bit of syrup out of those kegs that we possibly can. Then we're going to stage them out into the barn and start this process. We have a little sink over here, all of our tools, you know. So this is our bottling room, and we're going to get going. All right, guys, so first thing we got to do, guys, we got to turn on our stove, get it going. Then we're going to come over here, we're going to plug in the bottler and get it started so that the bottler is warming up. And in about an hour to an hour and a half, maybe a little less, this will have come to a boil. And when that does, we then can filter it and put it into our bottler and start the bottling process. Can you guys see how much syrup is in there? It's always a good idea to get all the syrup out of your containers that you can, because you've worked really hard to make that syrup. Guys, our goal for today is to bottle 3 kegs, or approximately 45 gallons. And to do that, we have to preheat our bottles. So just a minute ago, we showed you our bottles over here. We have a small heater here inside the bottling area, and it will warm them up overnight. You never bottle in a cold bottle, because as soon as that hot liquid hits it, it just cracks. So we put our pallet here in the bottling room in order to warm up overnight, just as we put our syrup on the stove and let the pilot lights do a lot of the heating for us. So we're now we start off at 80 degrees. Had we been inside the barn with the kegs and just now putting them in, hey, they might be as low as 35 degrees. And that would take a whole lot longer to heat. So instead of doing it that way, I always put them in the night before and let the pilot lights get it up to 80. Now we're going to go from 80 to a full boil, which will be somewhere around 211 to, just depends. Just depends on what's going on, but it'll be around, it'll go to a boil. And when it gets to that boil, then we're going to check the bricks, which is the sugar content. Once we've done that, then it's time to begin the filtering process. Before we do all of that, and we have some time too, because this is going to take some time to heat, that's going to take some time to heat up, and we got a bunch of bottles in here that we don't want to move twice, so we're going to go ahead and label these and put them onto our pallet. Now it's starting to get a little warm in here. It won't be long before I'm coming out of this and sitting in a t-shirt. All right, everybody. Right now we've gotten the proper sugar content, which is also called bricks, measured in bricks. So we're at the proper bricks with our syrup. We're going to mix a little bit of syrup in here with our filter aid, allow it to circulate and charge our filter press. Once that's done, we're going to connect to our outlet here and then begin putting this in the bottler. While this is doing its cleaning or filtering, if you will, we're going to get the bottler ready. And that's going to require some cleaning up inside of here with some distilled water. Guys, what we want to make sure of is that we don't have any debris, whether it's old syrup, anything possible in this canner when we start. So you can try to use some regular tap water, but that's going to leave a mineral. Well, that's going to leave minerals in here. So what we're doing is I'm washing it all out with all the, ouch, that's hot. Washing it out as best I can there, which is maybe not the right statement. I'm washing this thing out, guys. And I'm going to make sure there is no water at all in it. If you have water in here, it's going to, if you have debris in here, it's going to land in your bottle. That's a gimme. Okay, you want to set this up over wherever you want it. Because when you start, when it fills up, that's pretty much it. It's not going anywhere. Turn off your valve, Kevin. What do you guys think of the hat? Virginia Beach Fire Department, hook me up. We were very fortunate to have them come up to the cottage and the cabin and stay there and enjoy a couple of days and then come over to the farm and visit with us. Great time. Thank you a lot, Virginia Beach Fire Department. We appreciate it. So, guys, we've got this almost full. There's still some syrup in the pan behind me. We're going to leave a little bit of syrup, or maybe half the pan, because it will hold that heat. Up there, we got to leave the top off so the heat will come down to our proper bottling temperature. Now we're going to go feed some animals and feed this belly. So we've got these bottles here done. We're going to put those in the cases. We've staged a bunch of cases outside, and now it's time to clean up and get ready for some labeling. The reason we lay these on their sides is so that the cap gets the hot liquid on it and it seals. When we pick them up, we just put a quick twist on it to make sure that it's as tight as it can be. We put it in the box upside down so that if there is if it's a leaker, and we can find it in the box versus letting our purchaser find it, that would be a whole lot better. I have not found any leakers in boxes, but during the day today I found probably 3 or 4 on the table, and that necessitated cleaning the bottle. Once the bottle was cleaned, of course tighten it up, clean the bottle, and then lay it on its side to make sure we don't have any more leaks. Hey everybody, it has been a long day in the bottling room. We've gotten the entire order bottled, but we don't have the labels done. So we started off our day labeling, and we're not gonna end the day labeling, but we're gonna end the day set up to label. So let me show you what we got done. Here we go. All this, there's 3 pallets here. And we have a labeled pallet that's already labeled. We put those together this morning, and then we bottled everything, and now we got the whole kitchen back to clean, back to ground zero. So our next adventure is to go work on the vacuum pump, but first we got to go out and let Icky go potty. All right. So our dog Icky, his name is Icky, is what Isabel called him when she was little, because she couldn't say Luke. So Icky's got to go potty, and then we're going to come back up and do a little work on the vacuum pump and continue getting ready for the season. And then tomorrow or the next day, complete this order, get it all palletized, and then we'll be done. As always, thanks for watching our videos. If you like what you're seeing, thumbs up, we appreciate it. Until next time, God bless you guys.